traded dodgeball, calloused hands, and the nuclear family for, what, lattes, pronouns, we got participation trophies, Zoom meetings, and drag shows for, like, 5-year-olds. That's the real problem. It's our culture. It's being led straight off a cliff by a very small but a very loud sliver of society under the banner of oppression. Spare me. We live in a world.
So that was just a taste of what you can expect from Newsmax's own Carl Higbie. He's got a brand new show. This is the name, Carl Higbie Frontline, that premiered this week.
And Carl will be sharing all of his thoughts and opinions on the major headlines of the day, while giving a really unique take on issues impacting all of us, the American public. Carl is with us in studio. He's taken the time as he's preparing for tonight's show. Thanks, Carl, for coming on. You know, we love talking because you really are exactly who you are off screen. When you're watching you on TV,
Very
I'm like,
true.
That's Carl.
On and off.
Seriously, you keep it real.
Normal guy. I'm not. This is the problem with especially a great deal of other networks is you're getting the news from L.A., New York, and D.C. from a bunch of people who have never been to the heartland, have never been anywhere. I'm like, look, I was born in Connecticut, but I was in the military. I traveled all over the country, got to meet a lot of people, and I think that most of the people outside of these cities are more intelligent than all of us in here. Like, certainly more intelligent than me. So
yes.
I think that's your humility and your humbleness. One of the things when I first met you a few years back, that's what stood out with me. And here you are having your own show, this 1-hour show, which is amazing, by the way. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Until they actually learn about me, and then they'll be like, well.
You know, learning about you, talking about that for one moment, you've been outspoken on a number of issues, but one of those is companies, corporations going woke, right? And I've watched some of your stuff. Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, canceling promotional events due to some safety concerns recently. Reports now saying the parent company, Anheuser-Busch InBev, could lose somewhere in the ballpark between $5 billion because of the new partnership with the transgender social media influencer Dylan Mulvaney, which was featured on one of the Bud Light cans, and obviously that is where they spent some of the campaign dollars there. But the marketing campaign, getting back to that, inspired you to break out your shotgun. Do we have a video of that?
Oh boy.
We have a soundbite of that. All right, let's watch.
I'm out.
I gotta say, I want you to respond. The shot itself, right? I mean, one take. I mean, that's pretty. Well, it's a tiny can.
I was hoping it was only going to be one take because I only had one can left in my fridge. So I was like, I'm like, I better hit this thing.
You did.
But no, but you know, also shooting with a shotgun, you have a spread, so it's not like it's one bullet. You know. So,
I got you. Yeah.
But look, we make fun of it, and conservatives do all this stuff to kind of jazz it up, and I like to have fun with stuff like this. But at the end of the day, this is like Bud Light. Know your audience, man.
I'm
like,
out.
You are serving to the heart of America, the same people that are voting historically more Republican. Like nobody had a problem with trans and all this other cross-dressing and drag queen. Nobody had any problems with that until you started pushing on our kids. Then it threw it into the spotlight. Then it became a corporate like drumbeat. And we were just like, dude, I want to drink beer without politics.
You know, and what stood out to me, Carl, also from our conversations, you always encourage getting involved at the local level. And I know, John, that's how maybe people who are tuning in now and they think, oh my goodness, I really am not comfortable with what's going on in my kid's school. Maybe attend the school board meeting.
There are a lot of substitutes out there, right? Namely Miller. Perhaps it's Miller time. Why? Because it's great tasting and less woke.
That is true. I'm actually, I'm an oligosh guy. As I have about 2 beers a month.
Yeah.
So that's my guilty pleasure.
Wheat beer, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
We were talking about this too, and I want to get to a point about your show, but really quickly, we saw Coors 2.5% jump up in the past 5 days in terms of stock pricing, and Anheuser-Busch go down somewhere around 3.5%, I believe, if I've got that right. Either way, you've seen a pivot to Coors. All right, talk to me about your show. You've got a major guest coming up that I want you to tell the viewers.
Yeah, a guy, you may have heard of him. His last name, Trump, first name, Eric. He's going to be, he's in studio today, 5 p.m. sharp. We're going to be talking about what's going on today in Manhattan with Letitia James, obviously the political targeting of his father, and saying that, like, hey, look, she's campaigned on going to get Donald Trump, and she's following through with it. It's one of the few things that Democrats actually follow through with. But Eric's going to be in studio to respond. He's got a lot to say about that. So,
all right, we'll be watching for it. 5 p.m. weekdays right here on Newsmax. Carl Higbie, Frontline. Carl, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you taking the time.
And take a shooting
All right.
sometime, by the way. Maybe you can teach me how to shoot like that.
Anytime.
That looks
I
good.
mean, it's pretty impressive.
Producer comes up with me.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
we're going to have a field trip with Carl Higbie.